Codemasters are one of the most prolific developers of racing games out there, and more often than not, the games they make tend to hit their mark. Their upcoming DiRT 5 2 looks like a solid new racer from the studio, perhaps even the most exciting a DiRT game has looked in recent years. Ahead of its upcoming launch, here we'll be highlighting 14 key details that you should know about the game. So without further ado, let's get started. Arcade focused. While DiRT is a series that one usually associates with rally racing and rally simulation, with DiRT 5, Codemasters are shaking things up a little bit. One look at the game in action shows a bright, colorful visual palette, extreme weather conditions, arcade-style driving, and more. DiRT 5 is geared much more towards an arcade racing experience than the series has ever been, and it's frankly quite exciting. Story-driven career mode. One of DiRT 5's most interesting elements is its career mode, which surprisingly enough seems to have quite the narrative focus, especially for a racing game. It will see players going up against rival racer Bruno Durand across a series of championships, while being mentored by Alex AJ Janicek. Interestingly enough, Durand and AJ are going to be voiced by none other than Nolan North and Troy Baker, respectively. Career mode details. Career mode is promising to be quite full-featured, even beyond the narrative focus. Across several chapters, there will be a total of over 130 events and 9 race types. Winning events will open up new events, and players will be able to take multiple paths forward through the campaign. As you win more events, you'll earn more currency, more XP, and stamps. Earn enough stamps and you'll unlock that chapter's main event. Finish third or above in the main event, and you'll progress to the next chapter. Car classes. DiRT 5 will have 13 unique car classes for players to choose from. The Cross-Raid class will be good for tough terrains, while the Rock Bouncer will live up to its name with huge wheels and suspensions to match. Formula Off-Road will offer speed and better off-road driving ability, as its name suggests. The Rallycross class will have speedy all-terrain vehicles. Classic Rally, 80s Rally, 90s Rally, and Modern Rally will all have iconic rally cars from across different eras. More car classes. There's still more car classes to go. Rally GT will feature speedy cars modified for off-road driving, including the likes of Porsche 911 RGT and Aston Martin V8 Vantage GT4. Sprint, as its name suggests, will have sprint cars. The best SUVs will be in the Pre-Runners class. Unlimited will feature big trucks for off-road events, while Superlights will be compact and lighter vehicles. Locations. You'll be driving all over the globe in DiRT 5. The game features several unique locations. These include South Africa, Arizona, Italy, Norway, New York, China, Nepal, Morocco. Across these locations, there will be a total of over 70 race routes that you'll be driving throughout the course of the game. Events. There's going to be no shortage of events either. DiRT favorites such as Time Trial, Sprint, Rally Raid, and Gymkhana will of course be returning. Ultra Cross will be a more extreme and condensed take on Rallycross. Land Rush and Stampede also return. The new Pathfinder events will present you with hardcore off-road and elevation challenges. Finally, the Icebreaker events, another new addition, will put the focus on navigating through treacherous icy tracks. Weather and Season System. DiRT 5's flashiest new feature is its new dynamic weather and season system, which also features extreme weather such as sandstorms, blizzards, and thunderstorms. Weather systems will also be dynamic, which means you might begin a race with relatively clear weather only to find a sandstorm coming in the middle of the race. Meanwhile, certain events will only be playable during specific seasons, such as the Icebreaker events, which can only be played during winter months. Playgrounds. DiRT 5 will also feature a course creator mode, known as Playgrounds. You'll be able to create Gymkhana, Gatecrasher, and Smash Attack courses, while setting your own challenges, crafting the course's layout, adding obstacles, and more. Playground mode will also feature cross-gen support, which means arena courses created on a PS4 or Xbox One will still be playable on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S respectively, and vice versa. Multiplayer. DiRT 5 will, of course, have an online multiplayer component, but you will now also be able to play the game in split-screen co-op. The game will support up to 4 players in split screen, and allow multiple racers to take on various events and challenges together. Essentially, any event in the career mode that features multiple cars on a track will allow split screen. It will be a drop-in, drop-out affair, and whichever player finishes in the highest position will be counted towards progress in the campaign. Photo mode. Photo modes aren't exactly a necessity in games, but more and more releases have photo modes these days, because players love a good photo mode. Dirt 5 will have one too, right at launch. Specific details on what features it will have haven't yet been revealed, but we're hoping it will give players plenty of tools to craft the perfect snapshots. Next Gen. Dirt 5 is out on November 6th for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC, but next-gen releases for the racer have also been confirmed. On November 10th, Dirt 5 will be released as a launch title for the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. Meanwhile, the game is also coming to the PS5. In 2021, Dirt 5 will also come to Stadia. Next-gen enhancements. Codemasters seem to be leveraging next-gen hardware quite well for Dirt 5's PS5 and Xbox Series X and S versions. It will run in 4K on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, while on those two and the Series S, it will also offer a 120 FPS option. On all next-gen consoles, it will have faster loading and more visual enhancements to boot. Meanwhile, on the PlayStation 5, the game will also make use of the DualSense's haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Dirt 5 also supports free next-gen upgrades on both Xbox and PlayStation. That said, while the Xbox version will support cross-gen saves, that will not be the case on the PlayStation, and PS4 players won't be able to take their save data and trophies with them when upgrading to the PS5. PC requirements. If you're planning on playing Dirt 5 on a PC, exactly what kind of a rig will you need? Well, the requirements aren't too demanding. On minimum requirements, you'll need 8GB RAM, 60GB of free storage, either an RX 480 or a GTX 970, and either an AMD FX 4300 or an Intel Core i3 2130. Meanwhile, on recommended settings, you'll need 16GB RAM, either a Radeon 5700 XT or a GTX 1070 Ti, and either an AMD Ryzen 3600 or an Intel Core i5 9600K. Storage space requirements here will still be 60GB though. And that about does it for this video. If you enjoyed what you watched and want to see more from Gaming Bolt, you can always hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon next to it. That way you will never miss any of our videos.